Did I mention I study martial arts? What's good, everybody? Corbino here, and for this week's Top Tuesday, I'm counting down my top 8 Ninja Turtle characters. Reason why it's 8 is because 8's my favorite number, and we're doing my favorite Ninja Turtle characters, but they cannot be like the main cast. It can't be the 4 turtles, April, Casey, Splinter, Shredder, like Krang, you know, those main people, you know what I'm saying? Cannot be them. Anyways, let's get started. At number 8, we got Mondo Gecko. I'm going to try to tell you where all these characters originated from, but can't promise everything is correct. I believe Mondo Gecko originated from the 80s cartoon. He could have been from the comics, but I believe it's the cartoon. He has crossover to other forms of the comics and cartoons and whatnot. Mondo Gecko, he is a gecko, and he's like a skater dude, real goofy like Mikey. Actually, the original Mikey voiced this Mondo Gecko in the newer cartoons. Mondo Gecko is just a fun-loving, fun guy. And he's part of the Mighty Mutanimals in the comics. I'm not sure about other forms of media. But he works well with the team, and he's normally the fun-natured type member of the team. Keeps everyone, you know, happy, you know, not, you know, all mopey and sad. Because, you know, humans hate mutants. Anyways, and it's real dope because recently in the comics his tail got chopped off, but it's been slowly growing back. Real dope because, you know, lizards and crap can do that. He's just how he talks. He's real dope. And I don't know if he's always had this ability because I don't remember it in the old cartoon, but in the comics he's got a camouflage type thing. He's like I don't know, a chameleon type thing, I guess. I don't know. Do geckos have, or the types of geckos that can camouflage? Because he'll turn invisible, but it's not really invisible. He's, you know, camouflaging. Anyway, so that's really dope, and he'll be like sticking to walls and crap, which I know geckos do that, but like I don't think I've ever seen Mondo Gecko do it. But in the newer comics, he'll stick to walls, and he's really dope, and he works well with all the teammates and all the Mighty Mutanimals and the Turtles. I love him. Number 7, we got Rat King. Rat King is a bad guy, and he's really creepy. Now, honestly, he's always been creepy. I think he originated in the original comics. And in the original cartoon, he's not as threatening. But honestly, he is still very creepy. He reminds me of a guy that you do not want your kids around. Like, he wears a little cat thing dangling down. Not always. It's really a toy, mainly for the toys. But either way, he's got like a little cat thing. And he wears dirty old clothes. And he, you know, controls rats, talks to rats. But yeah, the original cartoon form of him was... you don't want to let your children around him. Now, the more common version of him is really creepy, bandaged up. He's just really creepy looking. And, oh my lord, like the new cartoon has him, and he's got a big old hat and bandaged up. He's real creepy. The newer comics have him, but he's like bald and has hair like around the edges here. And, oh my lord, it's terrifying. And he's real creepy because he can control Master Splinter. And back in the 2003 series, which is still one of my favorite series, in like season 5, the Turtles are playing like hide-and-go-seek training type thing, and they start getting messed with, and there's like rats running around and crap, and there's some creepy, hidden, shadowy, bandaged, cloaked guy, and he vanishes, and it sort of gives like a hint to like, oh, I'll be back. But he's never back until Casey and April's wedding. I don't really know if that was the Rat King or not, but I'm pretty sure they had an action figure for him, so yeah, that always bothered me. Number 6 is Old Hob. I'm now looking at this, and a lot of these people have been on the Mighty Mutanimals. Anyways, Old Hob is original to the IDW, the newest series. He was there when the Turtles first like left the lab in the newer series. And took Raphael, but then Splinter, like, messed up his face. That's why he's got the eye patch and whatnot, and that's why Splinter's ears messed up. And Old Hob gets mutated, too. He's an anti-hero, really, because he's a villain to the Turtles, yeah, but he's not really a villain. He's kind of like Magneto, you know, he wants his kind of people, the mutants, just like Magneto. He wants the mutants to be able to live in peace and harmony with humans, but the humans won't have it. So he's doing very bad things to make sure his people are okay and taken care of. Takes care of Slash so well. Him and Slash, like, Slash is his brother. He will not, like, him and Slash got each other's backs till the end of time. And he works with the Turtles, but also not with the Turtles, because he is not a very trustworthy guy. He's a great leader to the Mutanimals in the newer series, and I like him as the leader, honestly, because all the people on the team even it out and, you know, make sure not to let him take them down the wrong path. But yeah, it's dope because he wants mutants to, you know, be together. We got number 5, which is Slash. We were just talking about him. Slash, I'm not sure where he originated. First time I saw him was the original cartoon. He wasn't as scary in the original cartoon, and he was like, was he like did he have like robot pieces or just metal pieces on him? He was not in the 2003 series. He's in the newer one. He's Raph's old turtle named Spike, and it's really, I don't really like that version of him. But he's in the comics, and he starts off all cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But then he becomes nice, but he's still, you know, wild, crazy dude, but he's still nice. And Mikey's always, you know, loved the guy. But then it turns, something happens to him with, you know, mutagen and whatnot, to where it turns him smarter. He's a lot smarter now in the comics, so we can understand more of what he's saying. He knows what's going on. But recently, Agent Bishop and some other people have taken control of him, so he's back to being all wild and crazy, which isn't good. But Slash, he's there for Hob no matter what. He's there for the Mutanimals, Mikey, and the rest of the Turtles. He is a part of the Turtles family, and I love it. He's an awesome dude. And I love it because a lot of their friends start out as villains, and it's not even really, like, meant to start out as villains. Like, they're just misunderstood, I guess. Number 4, we got Leatherhead. Leatherhead, I believe, originated in the original comic series. I have no idea. I do not like the Leatherhead in the original cartoon. He's like from the bayou, and he wears like the hat and like a little leather jacket, and he's always trying to get the punk frogs, and he's real southern. He reminds me of, y'all seen Scooby-Doo Zombie Island? Of course you have. The werecat dude that runs the boat, that drives the boat thing. Him, how he talks and acts. That's how the original Leatherhead cartoon acted. And then in the 2003 series, they met him down in the sewers and whatnot, and yeah, he's definitely crazy. He's like, oh, I hate humans, hate you turtles. But he realizes, no, the turtles are not bad guys, neither is he, and they work together, and he's really smart, but he's still really strong, and yeah, he can get out of control, but he's still really dope. And about the same type of attitude and character as for the newer cartoon. But in the comics, we were hinted at Leatherhead all the way back in Turtles Through Time story arc. And I was so excited, ready for Leatherhead to show up and start doing Leatherhead things. And he's evil in this one, like the old 80s cartoon. And I was so upset because I love Leatherhead so much, and I've always loved him. I had his action figures. I have his old 80s one, but I had the 2003 series. I loved playing with that figure. But yeah, I was really hurt that they made him evil again. I just wasn't really feeling that, and he's out in the loose right now. I'm not sure where he's at. He attacked a bunch of Utroms, and it's not looking good for us wherever he's hiding at. But, you know, we'll see what happens from there. Number 3 is Nobody/Angel. Both of these characters originated in the 2003 series. Now, Nobody, they originally were 2 different characters in the 2003 cartoon. Nobody was a superhero vigilante thing. He only appeared twice, you know, not very many times. I don't remember, but it was just a small handful. Anyways, he wore like all black, had a cape, and he called himself Nobody. You'd be like, who are you? After he saved you, and he'd be like, Nobody. And then Angel is a troubled teenager that's a part of the Purple Dragons gang that Casey knew growing up, and he tried to help her out, you know, get her on the straight and narrow. But in the new IDW series, Angel came back. You know, Casey knew her previously because of the Purple Dragons and everything, which is really dope because I loved Angel in both series. But in this series, their friend Harold has created her this dope, like, gray-purple suit that helps her fight crime with the turtles and everybody. And when she's in that suit, they call her Nobody. So that's really dope because Nobody was a cool, short-lived character in the original series. And Angel, I loved Angel. So putting them both together, that's really dope. Awesome way to bring both those characters into the new series. Number 2, my girl Olapex. I believe she was just introduced in the new Nickelodeon show. I watch it as all the seasons finish up. I've only seen the first 3 seasons. In some of season 4, but either way, I believe she was, whatever the most recent season is, she was introduced. But I don't think I really like how she looks, because I remember I saw pictures of her, and she just, I think it was on Black Nerd's channel he was talking about it, and I did not like how Olapex looked, because she looked like, I don't know, just a regular, like, wolf. I'm pretty sure she had a brown tint to her, but she's supposed to be like an Arctic wolf or something like that, Arctic fox, and then she has the purple bandana, like, painted area, you know what I mean? And she's really dope. She starts off evil, and I remember I was like, I do not like this girl at all. But she finally comes around after the big city attack, and they have to go to Northampton. Her and Raph fall for each other. Oh my god, I love them together so much. You know that because I talked about that in a previous the Valentine's video. And her and Angel are best friends. I love it. And actually, where is it at? Dave Watcher. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name because it's spelled differently. Right there by that Invincible in the frame. You can't really see it here, but that's a sketch he did for me at Wizard World earlier this year. Now, Olapex, she is definitely a very troubled character, just like Raphael, and that's why they relate so well to each other, and that's why I love them being together, and I love it. It's the best. I'm going to go ahead and toss out 3 honorable mentions. 2 of them I'm tossing out, and they're only on honorable mentions because you haven't seen enough of them to really want to love them that much. Keno. He was originated from Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze, which is also where Toka and Razor originated from. Now tell me why Toka and Razor get, or Raza, however you prefer to pronounce it, got taken from that movie, which nobody even seemed to like them, but got taken from that movie, taken and put in the original cartoon, put in the 2003 cartoon, and put in the new cartoon. Well, just Razor. I don't know about Toka so far. Or, yeah, just Razor. I don't think Toka's made his way to the new series. I'm not positive, though, so don't quote me on that. But Keno hasn't made it to any other form. Not a comic character, nothing. Keno's my boy. So that's, yeah, sorry, that's Venus and Keno. Venus is from the 1997 live-action Ninja Turtles Next Mutation, which I love Venus. She's back there. I got a figure and stuff. I got a lot of Venus merch, and a lot of people hate her, but I loved her, and yeah, I think if we could have been introduced to her in a different way, people would have liked her more. You know, if we would have introduced her in the 90s cartoon or a comic or something, I think people could have liked her a lot more. But we're never going to see her except for on the side of the van in the Nickelodeon series, you know what I mean, if you watch it. But those 2 are on my honorable mentions. Sorry I'm talking about the honorable mentions so much. But those 2 are on there just because I love both those characters and they've always stuck with me. They just never had enough time to really stick with everybody, you know? And my other honorable mention is Hun he originated 2003 series, and in the comics, he is Casey Jones' father, and that's a really dope take on it. I don't really like the Nickelodeon's Hun because they made him some, like, Japanese ninja dude. Number 1 is my girl Karai. And you may have heard me talk about Karai before because I've talked about wanting her in the movies and just talked about her in general. Karai is my girl. Karai originated in the original comic. She never made her way to the cartoon. Well, the original cartoon. In the original comic, she was just a foot ninja that made her way up the ranks and was really dope. And then in the 2003 series, she was Shredder's daughter or granddaughter, but it also wasn't his daughter or granddaughter or whatever because he was also an Utrom all that time. But yeah, the 2003 series made Karai look exactly how she did in the original comics, and they just did her so well. And then she made her way into the 2007 CGI movie, which whoever voiced her did her so well in that. And we have her in the the Nickelodeon series. I'm not a huge fan of that Karai because it's Splinter's daughter, but Shredder raised her as his daughter, and her and Leo always have their relationship thing, which I love and I'm always for, but that makes them brother and sister, so now it's weird, and I don't like that, but I also haven't been, and she's like mutated into a snake last time I checked. She's made her way into some video games, but she's in the most recent comic series also. She hasn't been around since they defeated Shredder, though, but Karai is such a badass character because her, like, feelings towards Leo, you know, it's never like a love type thing, but you know they both have strong feelings for each other, and they always question what they're doing because they want to be with each other and help each other. And Karai questions Shredder all the time, and a lot of times she will help the turtles out in all sorts of media. And she's such a dope character. Like, she was pretty dope and nice to Olapex before Olapex dipped out. But yeah, no, Karai is my girl, and I'm ready to see her live action and done right, which I know we're not going to anytime soon. Anyways, that is my top 8 Ninja Turtle characters. I love me some turtles. Please let me know in the comments below, who are your favorites. Should I have added people on here? Like, like Metalhead, that's my boy. Should he have been on here? Just, you know, I didn't. Who's your favorite turtle? You know, and they don't even have to be the 4 turtles. It can be Venus, Slash, Metalhead, whatever. Let me know all this stuff down below on social media, whatever. And until next time, cowabunga.
You forgot one thing. I'm part turtle. I can't die.